Hi. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, today I'm going to be doing the last two signs in the Zodiac uh, True Love card read. So the last two signs that haven't been done yet are Capricorn and Sagittarius. So we're going to start with Capricorn in no particular order. um, okay, and I have shuffled the deck. Do it a couple more times. I look a little disheveled, huh? Goodness gracious. Okay, get myself together here. All right, that's better. Okay. And you know what? I feel like, all right. So give me 1 second. I'm going to fix the fan. It is burning up. Okay. I hope that works. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so here we go. All right. So the cards have been shuffled. Uh, what did I say? Oh, we're starting with Capricorn. And then, just so y'all know, I'm moving on to the herbal deck. That'll be the next deck that we're doing. So I always put the card on top, get that energy inside of the deck. All right, here we go. Got it there. So what you should be doing, you need to be picking action, reaction, or outcome. Okay? Action, reaction, or outcome. Choose one. Okay. All right, here we go. Action on the board. Reaction on the board. Outcome on the board. And then I always pick a card for the collective, as you know. Let's see, we're going to go back through one more time. Card for the collective, please. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. All right. All right. Cards are on the board. Let's see. The first card is the Silver Waterfall. I tell you, out of 12 signs, I think 4 of y'all have gotten the Silver Waterfall. I love this card. Okay. Sexuality. Okay, so action was the Silver Waterfall. If you chose reaction, you got sexuality. If you chose outcome, you got the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine. Look at that. That's a showstopper of a card. Yeah. Okay. And then a card for the collective. The collective card. Ooh. The Distorted Feminine. That's the card for the collective, the Distorted Feminine. Okay. And just so you know, I include myself in each collective card. Okay. So we're going to start with action. The Silver Waterfall. I love it. Okay. Let's see. So, as you know, I always read the essential meaning. And then sometimes I go through and read some of the card. Okay, so for the essential meaning, stay balanced, healthy, happy, and raise your vibration. I'll read a little bit of the card. Many people feel that they are always picking up other people's negative energy and want to know a way to protect themselves from the unpleasantness. They perceive the negative energy to be to their, wait, they perceive the negativity to be out there and believe that if they could shield themselves from it, they would feel better. The truth is that we all carry negative and positive energies, and we all have times in our lives where we feel low. To feeling truly lovable and abundant, you need to be able to engage with whatever or whomever comes to you without feeling like you need some form of defense. Okay. So I will tell you this. It's not about shielding yourself all the time. Yeah, sometimes you want to shield yourself, but sometimes you want to push the energy out. So if you push your energy out, then maybe you can perhaps shift the energy in the room. Instead of cloaking or covering yourself, push your energy out. Okay, so, but what I love about this card is it has what's called the silver waterfall. And here's the instructions. Okay, so if you chose action, listen up, please. It says, sit or stand comfortably wherever you can have a private moment. Imagine yourself standing under a generous waterfall of silver energy and light. Let your imagination flow. Picture a wonderful scene in a rainforest with silver waterfall pouring out of the sky. Feel this shimmering energy flowing through you, washing away energy that you don't need or that no longer aligns with you. Okay? Feel it or visualize it draining away into the floor and being absorbed by Mother Earth. Let the silver waterfall flow for as long as you need it to, picturing as much or as little detail as you like of the energy flowing through your aura, through your hair, through your body, through your cells. Let it drain that negative energy away. Feel the refreshing light and energy that is now around you and flowing through you as your body begins to tingle and sparkle. So that is the message. That is the silver waterfall message. There's the picture that they illustrate that it looks like, and you can see her standing in the silver waterfall. But you can imagine it any way you like. But that's just a way to cleanse your energy. And it works because I did it. But I think there will be times that it won't work. Just saying. But I do think it is a wonderful tool. And I think it will also help you if you feel like you feel a certain way. I'm feeling negative today. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. Use that waterfall to shift your energy and close your eyes and just sit in it. Yeah, in the comment section, let us know what you think about this. If you like it, I would love to hear about it, please. Okay, going on to the next. So that was action. We're going on to reaction. We got sexuality. Okay, so let's see. Sexuality. Sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship. Read a little bit about it. The natural rhythm of sexuality, sadly, is misunderstood in our modern culture. All too often, we see that a person's natural sexuality is glamorized and exaggerated in order to lure in or attract a partner. As a result, many people become entangled in relationships that have little or nothing. Okay, so have all too okay, so all too often people become entangled in relationships that have little more substance then sexual attraction. If there is no real connection between two, then a sense of obligation or a fear of losing what there is maybe. Okay, let me read that again. If there is no real connection between the two of them, a sense of obligation or fear of losing what there is may be all that keeps them together. The situation is simply not good enough. Okay, sexuality has its own beautiful rhythm, and if you are prepared to listen to it, a natural caution and healthy boundary of reserve will guide you when the time is right to connect yourself in a sexual union with a person you are attracted to. Surprisingly, this time frame will often be around 1 month. Time to know the person in some depth rather than whirlwind tumble into bed that is encouraged by Hollywood. That's an interesting take. So it says the timeline will often be around 1 month. So if you are spiritually guided to someone, then what it's saying in the book is that it is a timeline of 1 month before you would even consider sleeping with someone, because you want to have some kind of knowledge of who they are. Oh, wow. It says, contrary to popular belief, sexuality does not automatically fade as a relationship continues. Imagine your sexual energy as a flower that is gradually opening, growing, blossoming, and coming into its full beauty. Sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship, and will wither in an atmosphere of misunderstanding, feelings, and needs. Wow. Okay, so the sexuality card, I hadn't read that much, so I found that really interesting. Okay, so let me just tune in. Give me a sec, please. Okay, so this is a message for people who are constantly hooking up, having that sexual attraction, and you're hooking up, and then it never works out, it never lasts, and you keep asking yourself why. Because I feel like some of your friends have done that, and then it's become something that is long term. Hmm. So your energy is such that people are always going to be attracted to your energy, whoever picked the reaction. They're attracted to your energy. Your energy is beautiful energy. But the people that you are pulling in, hmm. Okay, so if it's based on your frequency, so they're showing your frequency because your frequency is not as high as it should be. So you're pulling in people that align with your frequency. Your frequency is just not high right now. And you're pulling in what you are. And so you're pulling in people, you're having a really good time. They are feeding off of your energy, it seems to me, the people you're pulling in. So if you want to pull in a better class of woman or man or something long term, then pull back your energy And do what the book says. Give it that 30 days. Don't sleep with them right away. And for many of you, that will be a game changer because those who only want one thing won't stick around for 30 days. So that way you stop sharing and connecting your energy to people who only have one intention in mind. In that way, your energy, it's like it's collected and almost like collected and stored for the right person that you are supposed to be with. And so then when you guys finally get together, boom, it's magic. Yeah. So if you picked reaction, then it's telling you I feel like you're kind of looking for love in all the wrong places, as they say. And just to weed people out, give that 30 days, and you will see a lot of them drop like flies, and that's okay. Because the ones that stick around, those are the ones that um, that align with you. And that'll give you a chance to raise your frequency, raise your energy as well. Okay. That is for those who pick reaction. Okay, we're gonna, I'll show that card again. Okay, that down. Let me move this, sorry. Okay, and the final card is Divine Masculine. That's actually not the final card, we still have the collective. Let's see what we get for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, when harnessed in a healthy way, the divine masculine creates structure for the benefit of all he touches. I really like this card. I'm going to read a little bit of it. The divine masculine emerges in direct response to the presence of the divine feminine. He is always present, but needs the positive space created and held by the feminine in order to grow and develop. It's almost like yin and yang. It's beautiful. The masculine energy is characterized by protecting what is truly valuable, being attentive, helpful, and able to make decisions. It displays leadership qualities, a sense of accomplishment, and set goals, building and creating for the good of all rather than individual gain, while facing and overcoming challenges in a more linear, direct approach to getting things done. The masculine is sensitive, spiritual, and intuitive, but he approaches and expresses these qualities in ways that are different from the feminine. The masculine enjoys getting results, experiencing physical outcomes for his effort, often utilizing arts or music as a rich embellishment to honor the feminine energy that flows through his creation. Whoa, so that's a good read. So it's a beautiful energy, and it's best reflected with the feminine. The divine feminine and the divine masculine together, that's that boom. And the divine masculine has his place with the divine feminine. And it's not like a set place that they tell you and program you in school. It is a place in which, when you are in the right relationship and you align, then you take the places in which you are most comfortable. So whomever picked this card, and I feel like it could be divine masculine or feminine, you are with someone of your equal, and you have either mastered how that relationship works, or you're being called to figure out where your energy aligns or balances best as opposed to his or hers. But if you pick this card and you are in a relationship, you are with who you are meant to be with. And if you pick this card and you are not, you will be drawn to a masculine or feminine energy in the near future. But there will also be energies that are coming in to interrupt it. So you have to watch out for that as well. Don't assume the first person that comes in is the equal or that divine partner. You must use discernment. Okay. All right. That is the message for the outcome. Now, the part for the collective, the distorted feminine energy. That's kind of what I'm talking about for the divine masculine. I said, oh, so it could be a female or a male, either way. But what I was saying is that there is a distortion energy that's going to come in. If you're not with somebody, and you may be with somebody who is not the right person, and that divine person you're supposed to be with is blocked from coming in. So that's just three different scenarios. Okay, so and because it's showing this distorted for all of us, so that would be someone that has so much programming, you know how we're programmed as a kid, that they're not able to find that divine masculine or feminine energy. They're on a path of distortion. They're on a path of it's like all this stuff that they instill in us, like a woman must do the dishes and a man must do this and da, 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 da. It says in the book, it says it is time to recognize the distorted feminine in your life, release these negative patterns, and live fully and happily in the present. So the distorted feminine may not appear to run the world in the same way as the distorted masculine does. Okay, it's just commonplace and equally destructive. Okay, so the distorted female has been programmed that as a woman you must cook. So she's going over there and she's wanting to cook, but he is a chef, so her partner likes to cook, and she doesn't even like to cook, but she has been programmed that she must cook. That's a distorted feminine energy that doesn't know, you know what? It's okay. He likes to cook. You know, that's what he is, certified, licensed, or whatever you want to say. And let him cook. It's okay not to follow the programming that they gave us. So I always look at the distorted feminine energy as someone who has programming that they have to see and step out of. That's what I think of it as. If you look at it, it's so funny. If you look at this picture in the back, you see those shells, they have little eyes, they're looking at her. And then look at her, she's in that shell. So we all have programming. It's this is saying figure out what the programming is, push the programming aside, and then figure out what is it you want, not what you have been programmed to want, but what is it down to your core that you want, that you would like, that aligns with you. And that's how I see the distorted feminine energy, removing the programming and stepping into a reality of what is it that you really want. And that goes both ways, masculine or feminine. Okay. All right, y'all. I appreciate your time today. I appreciate that you stopped in for this reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Again, this reading was for Capricorn. Okay. Okay. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. I will see you soon. Bye now.